Hi there, I'm Andre from Peak Motorcycles and I'm here at EICMA 2024 and I'm here at the Enduristan stand. If you've been watching any of my past videos, especially about my CRF or my BMW, you'll know that I'm a bit of a fan of Enduristan. I really like the products, to the point where enough people had asked me, because of the videos I've made about my own stuff, that Enduristan asked me if I would be a reseller. And I do, but I only sell the things that I use myself, so just thought it's important to mention that at the outset. You know, I do sell this stuff, but I do also use it. So I'll show you around what they have, because I've got a couple of quite cool new things on the stand. So here we go. So first up, I'm going to show you the new Enduristan Blizzard 2s. So these are the extra larges, the 35 litre bags. So they now come in 15, 25 and 35 litres. As you can see, they're a similar sort of teardrop shape. These ones are kind of wider, but yeah, they have this sort of interface for mounting things on the front, another one on the top, another one on the back. They mount slightly differently here, but what I'll do is I'll show you that on the KTM where it's actually out in the open. If I just lift that up, I can show you what it looks like underneath here. So there's now a zip pocket, looks a waterproof zip pocket just for documents and things. And the top of here itself is kind of hard to describe the fabric really, but it's certainly softer than the other one. Looks like it'll be easier to roll up. The fabric on the outside is has much lower friction than the previous one, so it's much less likely to catch it on something. Now, if you do have an off and you do snag the bags, they now have rather a cool sort of emergency release system, which I will show you on the bags and then I will try to demonstrate. So we have all of the new Blizzards strung up on here, so you can see the outsides, and this is what the inside looks like. So this is the similar sort of foam as the previous ones, but the new thing is this clip here. So this is essentially the bottom end of the mounting with the strap that fits onto the bike, and here's one that is not on the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my camera over and I'm going to show you what happens in the event of a crash. So this is the fitting that's actually on the bags, as you can see, so it'll be bolted through, and this is exactly what you see here, that way round. And if you look at that, and if I push the tape up, you can see that there is actually this red piece in there, and that is a destructible piece that if you have a crash, and I'm going to try and demonstrate this now. So if you imagine this end is on the bike, this end is on the bag, you hit something hard and it just breaks like that. So I think the force to do that, for that to come off, is about 200 kilos. So yeah, so that's in the event of even a fairly, you know, not a minor impact, you know, I had to give it a bit of a tug, it broke. Now, if you do that, obviously the bags will come away from the sides of the bike, but not the top. And then to refit it, you just put that back in. You take a new one of those, you can see that, slot that back in. Oh, can I get that back on? There we go, and then it's back on, and off you go again, back down the road. So yeah, it's really a safety thing, which is quite a nice feature. I suppose before the bags, the webbing are all really strong. If you do have an accident, there's always a risk that either you're going to tear the bags off completely or the bike's going to stop and you won't. On this KTM, I can show you the change to both the rear and how they mount over the seat. So in particular, it's these catches here. So they've got these fitments. Instead of having to find a place to put the hooks under the plastic and have that cross pull, it's just on these loops instead. They do have a cove over there as well, which has some of these already fitted. Unfortunately, the ones on the cove are too big, so you'll either need to get some different ones of those or fit these. I'll show you that in a moment as well. So these one here are the small Blizzards, which are the 15 litres. Again, same thing, interface on the front, top and back. Can show you this is how it now mounts over the seat. So it's basically through these clips, which also means this is much thinner, much easier to fit under the seat of a bike. So yeah, I think those look pretty cool. So I'll just show you here with the medium ones. This is the 25 litre bags mounted on this cove. So as I mentioned, these are the mounting points that the cove already has, but unfortunately they're actually too close and they're actually too big. So they have actually put these extra ones in. But nevertheless, I think that rear mounting approach, and also with this thing over the seat, is just a much better way to do it. So just to finish up, these are the 25 litre bags on this Tenere 700. So I'll just show you those underneath. So this has still got the bottle pockets on the underside attached to that interface, and then one of the excess packs on top. If I show you this, the Sandstorm 5.03 tank bag, again, it's this new fabric that they're using. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to describe a feel, but for those of you who have seen like the fabric that looked like this on the older bags, which was, you know, slightly rougher, This is very much, it's just softer. I suspect it's probably lighter as well. Right then, that is it. That is the end of my video from the Enduristan stand here at EICMA 2024. Hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has, please check out my other content from the show, and maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to try and demonstrate this now. So if you imagine this end is on the bike, this end is on the bag. You hit something hard, and this was done earlier. Let's hope this works. And oops, nope. I'll try again. And it just breaks like that. So I think the force to do that, for that to come off, is about 200 kilos. I don't think I can pull with 200. No, it must be less than that. I can't pull 200 kilos.